didn't throw it on the floor, bro. Set it right here and it fell down, bro. Knock shit out. Put my ankle down your throat, motherfucker. Alright, Spank, you go ahead, chime in.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole gang got it.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football.
Man, all Madden be having people cheating for
All
him,
right,
man.
Coach. U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Tonight, we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line between the Washington Redskins and the Minnesota Vikings. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And a quick look at Washington's offense.
I thought Brandon Scherf was one of the best tackle prospects I'd seen in recent years coming out of the University of Iowa, but didn't surprise me at all when Washington decided to move him inside to guard. He has the requisite size that you're looking for, but I also think that he has the great movement skills in order to pull, trap, and also climb to the second level for blocks downfield. He's going to be a stalwart for them for years to come.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now it's Haskins. And he's got his target. That's Moore. That goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, takes the starch right out of him.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 15 now. Haskins. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Bullshit, man.
A gain of 32 that time.
Yeah, we can come back.
Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Well, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Royce Freeman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the final act came from Royce Freeman on the touchdown run. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph.
How the fuck, man?
And they're going to have this across midfield and
you
inside the 45.
You see that
Getting
shit?
it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Cousins on first down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, let's take a look here at the offense for Minnesota.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs? Because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And some room to maneuver. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown score or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important to set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On the carry, it's Love. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Love. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 7-7, our score after 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. David Moore, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
He's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure this team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
The goal of the wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A quick throw taken in by Diggs. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 31-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats. Stephon Diggs! Touchdown, Vikings! Stephon Diggs! His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. Move like that. Then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Kill, kill, kill.
They start on the ground with Geis. And he's got room. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
man.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable game.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, with
trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Following the interception, Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Cousins from the gun on third. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now it's Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And he finds McClellan.
He didn't get out of bounds in time. Fuck.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do in the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll be taken down, but but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. Haskins looking to throw on first down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
The throw by Haskins complete to McLaurin. They give him a gain of 37. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Right there.
Again, it's Haskins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, but now it's 3rd and goal. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Now Haskins to throw it. But a short return to the 6-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. 94 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call. Run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Haskins on first down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And they're going to set up sharp at the 27-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Cousins now, pretty remarkable, 14 of 15 through the air, only 1 incompletion, and another 1st and 10 here. Now a run with Cook. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 27 yards there, a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence. And he's
fucking bullshit.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play action now. Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular. So
a one-handed grab in the end zone, not much more impressive than that. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now, this one complete downfield on the left side. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
On first down, this is Geis. Bowls him up, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision. To bring it out, a good one as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now out comes Minnesota. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? They've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle them inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Throwing, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They run it again with Cook. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Badgley's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
So here's Haskins and the Redskins. Down by 10. Just over a minute 40 to play. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery. But first things first. 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play on the catch and run covering 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Haskins to throw. It's complete. Stills. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Here's Haskins to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And a big turnover there as his guys will...
Bullshit, man. Shut the fuck up, Spike. My love.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the Minnesota Vikings.
Coach, thanks very much. Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Tonight, we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Washington Redskins and the Minnesota Vikings. The children will grow, and it's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA's. Taking in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Orchestrating the offense, the former 3-time captain at Michigan State, quarterback Kirk Cousins.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And now a look at the Washington defense.
Landon Collins is built like your typical tackle-first safety, but he does have the ability to play the deep part of the field.
36. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
They go play action. Cousins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First carry for Darius Geis. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. Here's Haskins. They'll roll him out right. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A huge play there for Washington. 49 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that...
Now, guy stripped.
Oh, my God.
And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On second down now. It's Cook. And they work this out past the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Geis with a carry on second down.
Look at where
it's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Second down, Haskins. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. David Moore, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver, because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown.
This shit live too, so when people watch
the kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, Everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A loss of 2 there, second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage.
Keep trying to try that fucking screen bubble shit.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Okay, sleepy ass shit.
Third and long for Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Cook. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Cook able to touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
You sound like you just look. They like,
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. There's a nice move. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. From just shy of midfield, Haskins, he'll buy some time right. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Geis. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25.
I'm laughing at Spanker. I'm laughing at Spanker, bro. This nigga's Spanker.
Try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Cousins to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. As this unit comes back out there, let's focus in on Darius Geis.
You told me, right?
In the second quarter, they've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard.
As well, around the fucking clock, bro. Second time they worked me. The second time they fucking worked me. Oh yeah, nah. His knee was already on the ground.
Constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for him. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half.
What?
And they've got the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. They'll try and get it with Geis. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A Redskin first down, the pickup 15 yards. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Looking to throw, Haskins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Again, it's Cook. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. At the 28-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Johnson's got it complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. A little tough on the secondary there. In zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's taken to the 26.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Switch. Watch the safety.
Now a run with Geis. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Geis showing he's going to be an important part of this Redskin backfield as he's in there again for 1st down. Now it's Haskins. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore.
Come on, fellas.
A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now Haskins to throw it. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That's good for 28 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Cousins. This is caught. And he's brought down. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Cousins now. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
Well, the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. As this unit comes back out there, let's focus in on Darius Geis. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Geis. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Haskins going to try to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They run with Geis. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Kirk Cousins in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. Just over 1:40 to play. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order.
DJ.
Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Again, it's Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. On the ground, it's Geis. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is Geis. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
Let it out on me, bro.
So for Washington, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D.
Yeah, we won.
How many of y'all came to win?
Good.